The KNSI Sports Network. High school basketball. The Cathedral Crusaders hosting the Maple Lake Irish along with Cameron Schneider. I'm Barry Hine. I want to say thanks to Brian and the crew and Jonathan and the crew from Bitstream Productions for bringing you the live stream here tonight. You can find it at knSIradio.com. We are starting the North Risk Partners pregame. We're just about 6.5 or a little over, well, we're under 10 minutes away from the M&H Appliance tip-off in this one at Cathedral High School. We need to look at some pregame stuff here, guaranteed to perform, where we highlight a player who we think will have a good game and needs to have a good game, and it's brought to you by C&D Granite, home of the unlimited lifetime guarantee.
Yeah, for me tonight, I think I'm going to go with Andrew Weiser. He leads Cathedral in points per game at 18. So I think for me tonight, that's going to be a pretty safe bet.
And he's a guy that can get it to fill it up from the outside. If he hits a couple of deep shots and gets the crowd into it and get the momentum swung in your favor, those can be huge. Yeah,
I mean, those can be very huge, especially Cathedral playing at home tonight. They're 8-13, so maybe not quite where they'd like to be. And in conference, they're 7-4. So looking to trend upward a little bit here. And Andrew Weiser, again, good overall shooter. He's got a great post game, good mid-range game, and as you said, Barry's got a very good perimeter game as well.
Yeah, so he is the the guaranteed to perform player of the game, brought to you by C&D Granite, home of the unlimited lifetime guarantee. As Cameron mentioned, St. Cloud Cathedral 8-13 overall on the year, 7-4 in the Granite Ridge Conference. They're sitting third in the conference behind Albany and Mora. Mora's conference record is the same, but they're 16-6 overall on the season. And then we look at the Central Minnesota Conference. That is the conference of the Maple Lake Irish. They're sitting fifth in the conference. They are 11-11 overall and a game under 500 at 5-6 in the Central Minnesota Conference. Some teams in their conference you may have heard of. Eden Valley Watkins, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're 21-1 on the year. They're unbeaten at 11-0 in the conference. They play in the same conference as Paynesville area. They're 9-3 in the conference and 3 games over 500 on the season. Howard Lake Waverly Winstead, 14-9 on the year, 7-5 in the conference, and they're right behind Holdingford, who are just a game under 500 on the season at 10-11, but their record's 1 game better than Maple Lake in the conference at 6-5. So they're in a conference with some studs.
Yeah, I would say the least. Yep. Eden Valley Watkins is there pretty much every year, I think, and so they tough road ahead of them, I think.
All right, let's pick a strategy of the game. Cameron Schneider.
You know, I think
it's brought to you by Kelman Reuter Attorneys, who make a difference.
You know, I think in talking with Coach Matt Meyer before the game, he was relatively concerned about the opponents shooting from outside. Opponents this year against Cathedral are shooting 35% from beyond the arc this year. But that being said, Cathedral just in time for the playoffs looks to be getting healthy. Mason Wolf should be back Wednesday after an ankle injury late in the football season, and also junior Logan Simones with a broken wrist at his second practice of the year. So they're looking to get healthy and looking to get healthy at the right time. So that's going to be a big plus for Cathedral coming down the stretch.
As we're heading down the stretch of the regular season, if you've got injuries like that, it's a good time to get healthy, and you can kind of hit that upswing just at the right time as you look to the postseason. Absolutely. Head coach Matt Meyer hoping that happens. Head coach Tim Stalow, head coach of the Maple Lake Irish, looking to get his troops a game above 500 on the year and back to 500 in the conference in the Central Minnesota Conference. As we continue your North Risk Partners pregame, want to say thank you to some of our other sponsors. The Clearwater Travel Plaza, they bring you the scoreboard. Any scoreboard reference is brought to you by Clearwater Travel Plaza. And also want to say thanks to McKay's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Check them out at mckaysdodge.com for the KNSI Sports Network. Streaming the game at knSIradio.com, courtesy of Bitstream Productions. So the tip-off, moments away. Cathedral, as Coach Meyer was saying, they really want to get this game against Maple Lake tonight.
Yep.
So you imagine that they're going to come out fired up, and ready to go. And the energy from them should be high early.
Yeah, it should be. Although Meyer, he did have some concerns. The opponents have been, unfortunately, in Cathedral's case, they've been shooting very well against him, and he wants to try to avoid getting penetration, specifically from Stalow and Bierscheid tonight. So we'll see how Cathedral wants to combat that as well.
Jonah Prom jumping up for the Cathedral Crusaders, number 22, a 6'1 junior. And he's jumping up against Aiden Stalo, the 6'2 senior guard. And the M&H Appliance tip won by the Maple Lake Irish as Jackson Burscheid had it. Now it's Aiden Stalo who's going to start the offense. Passes in the backcourt. Burscheid goes down in the corner, and then it's going to be Riley Hagan as they get it back out into the backcourt for Stalo to call out a play in the circle. Left wing, Burscheid holds, looking backdoor cut, nothing there. Work it around the perimeter. Top of the key, that's Burscheid. Dribbles and hands off for Stalo. He'll reset. He's the guy that gets things going for them. Coach Meyer doesn't want him to get good looks from the outside tonight. And he drug the pivot foot, I was going to say, to Jackson Burscheid, and they call it. It'll go the other way. Turnover on the first possession for Maple Lake without getting a shot up. I want to say thanks to Clearwater Travel Plaza, where there is always more in store for you. So the Crusaders have their first possession. Meyer to Weiser on the wing. He gets a pick from Stolzenberg, dribbles, goes to Zimney on the left side. Sam Zimney gives to Meyer, who dribbles down Main Street. No good on the scoop shot. Rebound finally secured by Aiden Stalo. He'll let it clear and bring it up for the Irish. Now to start the offense is Burscheid as they'll move Hagan off the ball. That's Stalo off the ball. Crossover dribble, trying to get to the basket. He gets all the way to the hoop. Can't finish, but he'll be hacked. Nice strong move to the hoop by Aiden Stalo. Zimney is going to pick up the first foul of the ball game. It's on the shot, so to the stripe goes Aiden Stalo.
That was a great move there by Stalo. Little nice up and under move under Zimney there. And fortunately for Stalo, he's able to get to the line.
He is a good free throw shooter on the year as well, 94%. And he misses them both on this trip. Well, the Crusaders have it back on their end, a chance to get the first bucket of the ball game. Meyer in a little bit of trouble, finally gets it to Weiser.
Look out for Burscheid tonight on the defensive end. He looks like he's ready to go.
Stolzenberg dribbles into the lane, didn't want the shot. And he goes out in the backcourt. Prom, now Weiser has it right wing from Meyer, back out to Meyer as they work it through. Gets a pick from Zimney, goes back to Zimney on the pick and roll behind him and stolen away by Stalo. All the way up to the other end, and he got himself caught a little far into the basket. He was expecting contact from Weiser and didn't get it. Now the Crusaders on the other end. Stolzenberg for three. No good, rebounded by Prom. Back out to Stolzenberg for another three. Can't get that one to go. Weak side board, tapped out of bounds, last touched by Sam Zimney, says our referee. And it will go back to the Maple Lake Irish. So we're just a little over 2 minutes in, and nobody has any points yet.
It's a little bit sloppy, I would say, for sure, really on both sides. Expect that, I think, to certainly tone down here, I think, as this game goes on.
We'll say thanks to the law office of Bradshaw and Bryant, seeking justice for the injured. Stay low. Dribbles quickly down to the baseline, now into the backcourt for Burscheid. He'll go into the lane, spin, tipped by Stolzenberg, somehow keeping it as Burscheid, and he gets it to his teammate on the wing, Hagan, and back out to Stalo to start the offense. He'll get a pick now. Picks it up. The pass right wing for Burscheid. Holding. Guarded by Meyer. Now to Hagan as he swings it left wing. Stalo into the lane. Nice drive and dish. Kicks it out. Wide open three is good for Jackson Burscheid. That starts the scoring finally. Just about 3 minutes in. 3-zip on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard.
That was a great open look, too. Stalo with the assist on that one. Good drive and kick out to find Burscheid for the open three.
Nice entry pass from Weiser. He got it to Zimney. Zimney took a step before he dribbled to get a little better look at the basket. No, they're going to say it was an offensive foul call. Excuse me.
Really?
He pushed off. That'll be two early ones on Sam Zimney. He's going to have to sit down here early on. And Sam Stolzenberg checks in for the first time tonight. Let me give up some height. And Sam certainly can play. All right, wing it is Burscheid, who lobs it in. Stay low, dribbles underneath, drops it into the lane for his teammate Bellinger. He didn't have a look, so he got it into the backcourt.
I don't know how he found Bellinger on that pass. That was a nifty pass.
Hagan now in the circle. Stalo on the wing. Guarded by Meyer. He looks for a place to go with it. Passes left wing for Hagan. No dribble. Splits two defenders and gets to the basket and puts it in. Quick move and determined move by Hagan. and gets to the basket and extends the lead 5-zip for the Irish.
Yeah, that was a very quick first step there by Hagen. Great move.
Sam Stolzenberg goes in the lane to a wide open number 22, Jonah Prom, for the first bucket of the game for the Crusaders. Well-run play there by Cathedral, and they get on the board. I want to say thanks to Shields. When it comes to gear and expert advice, they're right there with you and right here in St. Cloud in the Crossroads Mall. Nifty ball handling, but Meyer able to stay in front of Stalo. Nice defense. As you heard us talking about in the North Stars or Northwest Partners pregame, as Coach Meyer wanted the Cathedral Crusaders to stop the penetration, and Meyer did it on that particular drive by Stalo. Nice job by Jacob Stolzenberg there, not letting Burscheid getting into the lane.
I was going to say, yeah, Stolzenberg's done a good job. Jacob, that is. He's done a good job of not allowing penetration so far tonight. So
and even, I'm sorry, I stepped on you.
No, go ahead. No.
And even on the Hagen drive, he had to beat two guys to the hoop. Turnaround is no good for Braden Bellinger. That Hagen drive, he just split two defenders. He had two guys there. He's found a way to get to the basket anyway. So you can tell the Cathedral Crusaders really concentrating on cutting off the driving lanes.
Yes. Yep.
Weiser goes in the lane again for Prom, who turned into the defense and gets it stolen away by Bellinger. Nice defense by the Irish. They've got it back and all the way to the basket. Nobody stepped up and stopped the ball. Jackson Burscheid, as he turned to the basket saying, nobody's going to stop me, I'll take it and lay it in. He's got 5 of the 7 here for the Irish. Dribbling in the backcourt, Meyer now. Weaving back and forth. Now on the right side. Picks it up to Prom. We'll get it back outside. Now Prom will set a pick. Nothing there on the pick and roll. Weiser gonna hoist a deep 3 and hit. He rolls it in. Big basket for the Crusaders. First basket of the night for Weiser. And he cuts it to a 2-point lead. He was our highlight player of the game. Guaranteed to perform highlight player of the game, brought to you by C&D Granite as well. Left wing, Hagen's gonna hoist. He gets it right back. Confident stroke from Hagen. He's got 5 now.
And he is
so
also
5 for Hagen and 5 for Burscheid. That's all the 10 points there for the Irish.
And both those two are tied for the team lead in points per game at 15.3 per game as well.
Stolzenberg, Jacob Stolzenberg to Weiser. Dribbles in, takes the contact. He'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Nice job by Weiser to put some pressure on the defense and draw the foul.
It's going to be on Bellinger.
First foul of the game for the Irish. Weiser steps to the stripe. He's got that 3. The last points for Cathedral, trying to cut into a 5-point lead. First free throw is nothing but net. We've got 11:27 to go here in this first half. And it is a 4-point game. 10-6 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. So a couple of subs for Maple Lake and for Cathedral. As Meyer sits down, and into the game for the first time is going to be Zach Plant. Weiser's second free throw, nothing but net. He's got 5 now. 10-7 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. At least it should be. He made both free throws, right? Or did they?
Yes, he did, yep.
They're saying either one didn't count or they've got it wrong on the board.
I think they've got it wrong on the board.
Stalo in the lane. He's in himself.
Stepped on the boundary.
Caught too far underneath the basket so far. In fact, he stepped on the end line. Just absolutely right, Cameron. So it'll go back over to Cathedral. Now they've got it fixed. 10-7 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. Somehow they missed that first free throw.
Yep.
Weiser with those 5 points. He's got the ball guarded by Stalo. Man-to-man defense for the Irish. On the right wing, Jacob Stolzenberg dribbles, double team, finds the open man, and he gets the ball in. And I've got to find who that is. For the Cathedral Crusaders, I don't have him on my roster. It looks like that is
Matt Goldman, it looks like.
Number 20?
Yeah.
Andrew Moneypenny is who I've got.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm looking on Cathedral. Yeah. My apologies.
So Andrew Moneypenny, cool name.
Yeah, no kidding.
Into the lane now is Stalo. He kicks it out left wing. A three is up and nothing but net for Brandon Schmitz, just in off the bench. His first bucket, and it's back to a 4-point game. 13-9 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. Weiser dribbles around the defender in the lane, drops it off. A good look. It got tipped by Schmitz, and then it went off of Moneypenny's hands. We'll go to the other end. It looks like it may have caught a finger as well. He's got some tape on one of those fingers. He may have aggravated a pre-existing condition there. We're coming up on 10 minutes to play here in this first half. Stalo putting some pressure on the defense. Gets it to Schmitz. Schmitz, power dribble in the lane, just pulled his way to the basket. And no call as they're taking the contact was Plant. But the Crusaders come away with it anyway. Plant dribbles up, left wing, three, nothing but net. He cuts it to one. We've got a ball game here inside Cathedral High School. Inside 10 to play. I want to say thanks to All-Star Trophy and Awards. Make everyone feel like a champion. All-Star Trophy and Awards. So again, starting the offense is Stalo, the guy who makes him go. Barking out some directions.
What a pass.
Teammate back door. And he gets it to Burschide for the easy bucket. He's got 7, and it's back to a 3-point game. Down in the corner, Sam Stolzenberg out to Weiser. Thought about the deep three for a split second. Instead, he drives, puts up a tough shot, no good. Moneypenny tips it out, and then Stolzenberg can't come up with it. He gets it to his teammate Plant, and now it's out on the corner for Weiser, who gets it into the backcourt to reset with Plant. He'll dribble it now and hand off for Weiser. Weiser hoists this time, no good. Long board, tipped and tracked down by Stalo, who picks up his dribble just across half court. Gets it to Burschide to set the offense. I want to say thanks to M&H Appliance, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana Appliances. Check them out at mnhappliance.com.
We'll see here if the Irish want to pound it down low.
Three up and no good for Burschide. Long rebound tracked down by Maple Lake. It's back in Burschide's hands. Now to Stalo in the backcourt. Started by Plant, tries to get into the lane. Nice help defense by Stolzenberg. And Stalo has to get rid of it. That was Brock Goals with it. Now it's going to end up back in Burschide's hand to reset in the circle. We say thanks to Kelman Reuter, attorneys who make a difference. And getting to the hoop is Stalo. Nice defense by Moneypenny, bothering the shot just enough. Sam Stolzenberg got away with a travel deep in the backcourt, but the Crusaders have it across midcourt. And they'll start things off with Weiser. Picks up his dribble. Plant left open again. No good on that one. Rebound tipped out and tracked down by Jacob Stolzenberg. He gets it to Plant. Plant to Weiser on the wing. Weiser dribbles to the left wing. Splits the defenders, gets by Stalo and lays it in off the glass. 7 now for Weiser, and he cuts it to 1. Back to a 1-point ball game. They're sticking right around. We've got a timeout on the court by head coach Tim Stalo for the Irish. They'll talk some things over, and that'll be their ball when they come back out of the huddle from the timeout. We've got 7:25 to play here. 15-14 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. The Maple Lake Irish leading here at Cathedral. Cathedral has fought their way back to within 1 once again. All timeouts, by the way, brought to you by McKay's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram, Fiat. Check them out at mckaysdodge.com. Cameron Schneider, we've seen a good basketball game here so far. Looked like Maple Lake was going to jump out to a lead early, and Cathedral did a good job sticking around.
Yeah, Meyer, he was preaching defense, talking to him just before tip-off, and Cathedral's done a pretty nice job defensively of not allowing penetration, and they've done, I think, a pretty good job and not allowing the behind-the-arc shots tonight so far as well. So Cathedral's looking fairly tight, I think, as a ball club. I think both teams were a little bit sloppy in the first 2-3 minutes of the basketball game tonight, but they've seemed to tighten it up their way, and we've got a good and a tight one here at Cathedral.
Talked about Cathedral trying to get healthy at the right time. Sam Zimney, this is his second game back from an ankle injury. First game starting, and they hope to get senior Mason Wolf back on Wednesday from his ankle injury during the football season. So he's been out an extended amount of time, and he's, I'm sure, itching to get back out there. Logan Simones, hopefully they'll get him back this week as well. He broke his wrist in the second practice of the season.
Yeah, that's a tough break. And Cathedral actually pretty lucky to have Zimney here tonight. He had to get his ankle taped before the game, and had he not gotten his ankle taped, I don't believe he would have been able to play tonight. So luckily for him, he got his ankle taped.
Well, Maple Lake ball out of the timeout. We'll see what they drew up. Ben Clapp into the game. Stalo dribbles to the elbow, back out to Clapp on the wing. He dribbles, stolen away by Meyer, and he heads to the other end. And he's going to take it all the way to the basket. Was expecting the call, didn't get it. Stalo will come up with the board. He's still wondering why it wasn't called, but he didn't get the whistle. I want to say thanks to C&D Granite, home of the unlimited lifetime guarantee. Also want to say thanks to McKay's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Check them out at mckaysdodge.com.
Risky pass there by Stalo, nearly had it picked off, and lucky for him, Maple Lake had Brock there to save it.
Stalo got away with a travel, and he kicks it out on the wing. Three is up and no good for Hagen. Rebound to Moneypenny. Now Meyer brings it out to Weiser, top of the key. He'll start things off as he backs off with a dribble as we approach 6 minutes to play. I want to say thanks to North Risk Partners. Face risk head on. They're here to help. Visit northriskpartners.com. Weiser picks up his dribble, gets it to Meyer. Meyer crosses over, spins in the lane. Plant in the corner, now to Weiser. Jab steps. Moneypenny. They kind of weave out top into the lane. Plant kicks it out. 3 for Meyer is good. And the Crusaders with their first lead of the ball game, 17-15 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. First bucket of the night for Meyer.
Looking here at the Irish, they do not want to see Cathedral drive the paint. They've had two guys sticking in the paint all night long, so it looks like the Irish are content with having Cathedral say, hey, if you want to shoot those deep shots, go ahead. We're content with that.
Hagen, top of the key, goes in the lane to Goals, who tries to work his way to the basket. He'll get a foul call for his efforts. It's going to go against Plant. And that'll be the first foul of the game on Plant. It'll be the fifth foul of the half. The fourth foul of the half for the Crusaders. That one on the shot, so stepping to the line is Brock Goals. His first free throw is no good as it falls just off the front of the rim. He is about an 80% free throw shooter on the year. Hasn't shot very many. And it's in and out on that one. He misses them both. Remains a 2-point ball game in favor of the Cathedral Crusaders. Want to say thanks to Andy's Towing. They'll get you going. Call Andy's Towing for all your towing needs. Left baseline, Meyer kicks it all the way into the opposite corner. Jake Stolzenberg pump fakes, takes it all the way to the basket. Heads up move by the senior. He's got his first bucket of the night, and it stretches out to a 4-point lead for the Crusaders. Maple Lake in a bit of a drought here. Dribbling to the baseline. Number 32, Clapp. Tried to get it to Stalo, and he loses it. Meyer comes out of there with it. Gets it up to Weiser. Nice finish. Crafty finish for Andrew Weiser. He's got 9 now, and it's the biggest lead of the night for Cathedral at 6. 21-15 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard.
Cathedral's looked very, very good here defensively to start this game.
3 from the wing, no good, in and out for Hagen, rebounded by Zimney. He'll give off now to Meyer. Jake Meyer will bring it up and start things off for the Cathedral Crusaders.
Zimney grabbing his first board of the night for the Crusaders.
Meyer dribbling in the backcourt. Finally gets it to Weiser. Weiser splits a double team and hesitate dribble. Got to the basket again. Another crafty finish for Andrew Weiser. He leads all scorers in the game with 11, and it's an 8-point lead just like that for Cathedral.
Averages 18 points per game on the season, so he's well on his way to maybe eclipsing that mark here tonight, Barry.
More than halfway there already.
Yeah,
we've got just
close.
over 3.5 to play here in the first half. Right wing, a 3 for Clapp is good. Big basket for Maple Lake. That breaks the drought and cuts the lead back to 5, just inside 3.5 to play now. Want to say thanks to Clearwater Travel Plaza. Thanks to the law office of Bradshaw and Bryant. Thanks to Shields. Sam Stolzenberg dribbles, hands off for Weiser. He'll get a pick from Zimney. Crosses over, looks inside, and instead kicks it in the corner. Jacob Stoltenberg left open. No good. Rebounded by Stalo. He'll let it clear.
Stalo now 3 boards on the night tonight for him.
I want to say thanks to M&H Appliance, All-Star Trophy and Awards. I want to say thanks to Kelm and Reuter. In the backcourt now, it is Brock Goals trying to break down Stoltenberg. Nice job, Stoltenberg, on the defense, cutting off the lane, cutting off the basket anyway. Stay low, trying to get in there. The Crusaders, you got to hand it to their defense. They've cut off the lane for the most part here in this first half.
Done a great job, interior defense.
And dribbling is Clapp, and he gets it to Stalo, who got some room now. He throws up a tough shot. I think he thought he was going to get the foul call against Zimney, but to no avail, and the rebound comes down to Cathedral. They've got the ball back, leading by 5.
Zimney there on that last position, grabbing his 2nd rebound of the night tonight.
I want to say thanks to C&D Granite. I want to say thanks to McKay's, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, and thanks to Minnesota Truck Headquarters. Maple Lake gets the rebound off the missed 3. We come up on 2 to play here in this first half, and a quick first half.
Yep.
But a good one. As Maple Lake had the lead early, Cathedral came storming back and took an 8-point lead, and it's now down to 5.
Haven't been a whole lot of fouls here tonight. 4 fouls, I believe, for Cathedral and only 1 for Maple Lake. So it's been a relatively clean first half.
Stalo backs off near half court to reset the offense. And he gets it to Goals on the wing, guarded by Meyer. Looks inside, nothing there. Will go to Stalo, top of the key. Now the Clapp on the wing. He's left open, dribbles up. No good on the 3, rebounded by Meyer. He'll streak up the right side. These for Jacob Stoltenberg, who's going to hoist. Had that little shooter's bounce, looked like it was going to go in, and did not. It's rebounded by number 21, Braden Bellinger, for the Maple Lake Irish, as we're coming up on a minute to play here in this first half. I want to say thanks to Schultz Soft Water, thanks to Murphy's Granite Carving, thanks to Premier Real Estate Services, thanks North Risk Partners, thanks Andy's Towing.
Bellinger there nearly losing the basketball, just trying to gather it.
Clapp in the backcourt now for Stalo. Passes on the wing for Clapp. Clapp dribbles to the free throw line. Nice job by Sam Stoltenberg, cutting off the lane once again. Good man-to-man defense here by the Crusaders. Switching on the picks when necessary as well, and doing a good job on the recovery defense on the switch as well. And trying to break him down now as Goals. He's unable to do so. Nice job by Jacob Stoltenberg on the defense, as the Maple Lakes defense, or offense rather, looks a little stale.
Yeah. They're not able to get any good looks. Cathedral's been really doing a good job of guarding the perimeter as well as into the paint as well. And this defense looks absolutely stellar as we get under 10 seconds to go.
Now they realize they want to hold for 1. We're inside 5, 4, 3, 2, and throwing it up before the buzzer. Hagen, air ball, and the rebound comes down for Jacob Stoltenberg just before the buzzer. 23-18, the halftime score here on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard from Cathedral High School. They trailed early. They come back to a lead by 8, and they lead by 5 at the break. That takes us to our Shields halftime report. We'll take a break while we let Cameron Schneider gather up the unofficial first half stats, and we'll have those for you when we come back next. This is high school basketball on the KNSI Sports Network.
If you have tickets at 73799, you can claim your $55 right here at the Scores table. One more time. Number 673-799.
I'm right here. Where have I gone? Unplug that whole thing. Shut it down. KNSI Sports Network, moments away from the M&H Appliance start to the second half. 23-18 the tally at halftime, and Coach Meyer for Cathedral has got to be pretty happy with the way they played defense in that first half, Cameron.
Yeah, he did. He shut down. He really did a good job. Looking at your leading scorer, Jackson Bierschei had 7 points throughout the first half. Riley Hagan had 5, and outside of that, nobody had more than 3. So he did a great job of shutting down Maple Lake in that first half, really on the perimeter and down in the paint. They did a great job, I thought, of And as you stated earlier too, in the on the switches, they did a great job on switching on their switches as well.
Prom has it. He gives to Weiser. Weiser has been doing a good job of getting to the hoop. Does so that time, is unable to finish because of some defense by Ben Clapp, and the Irish end up with the basketball. Want to say thanks to Clearwater Travel Plaza, where there is always more in store for you. Left wing, Hagen's going to hoist. Air mails it, and it's saved in, and the Irish will have another shot here on this possession. Nice hustle.
It's going to be Bellinger's third rebound, first of this second half.
Little jump hook, no good for Burscheid. A little bit off balance. And maybe he turned a little quick and didn't calibrate the hoop quite as much as he needed to for that one. The Cathedral Crusaders a chance to strike first in the second half. Jacob Stolzenberg, first one he's hit from downtown. He's got 5 now, and it's an 8-point lead, matching the largest of the game for the Cathedral Crusaders, 26-18 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. On the right wing, Stalo. It's a pick. And Burscheid driving down Main Street, gets a tip by Stolzenberg. Zimny will get credit with the steal. It's ended up in his hand. Cathedral Crusaders get it back. And stolen right back. Taking it to the other end is Bellinger, and he lays it in with the left hand off the window. Big steal and bucket for the Irish. That's the first points of the night as well for Bellinger, and he cuts it to 6. Zimny now on the right wing. To Prom. Prom picks it up. Looks inside, nothing there, as Zimny didn't have position. He's got good height advantage against his defender in there. And again, Weiser, nice job getting to the basket. Third time he's got to the hoop craftily tonight, and it's a good finish. He's got 13, and it's again an 8-point lead for Cathedral.
And those 2 out of the 13 might have been the prettiest he's had all night. That was a great Euro step from Weiser. Burscheid thought about pumping it a couple of times on a 3.
Found himself in the lane. He's like, I haven't been here much tonight. I'm going to try to put it up, and it's blocked by Zimny. And Stolzenberg took a little extra hop before facing up to the basket and gives it back to the Maple Lake Irish. I was going to talk about the height differential between Sam Zimny, who goes 6'5", and Ben Clapp playing defense against him. It's 7 inches.
Oh, wow.
Ben Clapp is stout, so he can push some people around, but Sam Zimny's not a small guy either. It's not like he's going to push him around like he's a ragdoll.
No.
Zimny is a stout fella as well at 6'5". There's Clapp. He gives to Stalo, and trying to drive underneath is Bellinger, cut off by Zimny, and they loose ball to Prom. Quickly up on the other end, Meyer shovels it, right wing. Stolzenberg starts off the second half hot. He didn't hit from downtown in the first half. He's got 2 trays here in the second half, 8 points, and the largest lead of the night for the Cathedral Crusaders at 11 with under 15 minutes to play.
And boy, we looked at Matt Meyer talking before the game, hopes that his team would play well, and they've certainly come out and done that tonight.
Clapp no good. Meyer with the board. He'll streak up to the other end, gets it to Weiser in the lane, and again he'll finish. And this time he'll be fouled. And a little smile to his teammate Jake Meyer as he gets a 5. He's got 15 on the night. He could far eclipse his average of 18. By the way, the foul went on number 10, Aiden Stalo, his first. Just the second foul of the game for the Irish. And Weiser hits the free throw. He's got 16, largest lead of the night. 34-20, 14-point lead for Cathedral as we come up on 14 and a half to play. I want to say thanks to the law office of Bradshaw and Bryant, seeking justice for the injured. Stalo on the wing. Goes to Hagen, top of the key, holds above his head, goes baseline. And Bellinger didn't want to take it to the basket.
The Irish cannot get the look that they want. Cathedral is suffocating them on defense.
Again, Bellinger on the baseline, working against Zimny. Didn't feel comfortable turning around and taking a shot. Clapp now loses it off his chin, and they're going to get somebody for swiping his arm to make that happen. It's going to go on Zimny. That'll be his 3rd. He picked up 2 early ones. He now picks up his 3rd, less than 4 minutes into the second half. He'll have to sit down, and Sam Stolzenberg back in. That didn't hurt him much in the first half.
No.
This Maple Lake team doesn't have a ton of height that can hurt you. And now Bellinger feels a little more comfortable with that turnaround shot without Zimney in the game. And now Sam Stolzenberg gets it stolen away by Bellinger, and Maple Lake will have it back, trying to cut into a 14-point lead.
Bellinger grabs his second steal of the night tonight.
I'll say thanks to Shields when it comes to gear and expert advice. They're right there with you and right here in St. Cloud in the Crossroads Mall. Work it around the perimeter. They'll lead into Bellinger on the baseline. And that lane has been closed for business most of the night here on the Cathedral defensive end. Stalo, a fake toward the center of the lane, goes baseline side, gets into the lane, and finishes it nicely and gets fouled by Sam Stolzenberg. First on Sam. It's the first bucket of the night for Aiden Stalo.
Yeah.
A guy who makes him go. He can hit from outside and take it to the basket, and he has been stifled tonight.
For as much as he's handled the rock tonight, I think that surprises both of us, Barry, that's his first 2 points of the night tonight, looking to make it 3 with the upcoming free throw.
And he hits it and cuts it to an 11-point game. I want to say thanks to All-Star Trophy and Awards. Make everyone feel like a champion. All-Star Trophy and Awards. Cathedral looking to extend this now 11-point lead. Meyer on the baseline. Picks it up. Dangerous pass in the backcourt. It's going to be stolen away by Stalo. And the Irish will have a chance to pick up a couple more points and get it into single digits. We've got Jacob Stolzenberg on the floor, back on the offensive end. Looks like he took a shot to the chops. Maybe bit his tongue. He's going to have to sit down, and Moneypenny will check back in. Is Andrew Moneypenny, a 5'10 freshman, number 20, checking in for Jacob Stolzenberg. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Money looking for his first couple of points tonight. He has had a goose egg on the score sheet so far tonight.
And Stalo from downtown, no good, weak side board, stolen away from Brock Goals by Jonah Prom. And again, Weiser in the lane and can't finish that one, but he had a point-blank look once again among traffic. And again, a chance to bring it to single digits for the Irish. I want to say thanks to M&H Appliance, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana Appliances. Check them out at MNHappliance.com.
And a beautiful move there by Bierscheid, driving into the lane, getting up and under some trees, and able to make something happen.
Bierscheid's first bucket of the second half, but he cuts it to single digits at 9, and Coach Matt Meyer wants to talk some things over as he sees Maple Lake Irish possibly getting that pendulum of momentum swung back in their favor, so he calls a quick timeout. Want to remind you that timeouts are always brought to you by McKay's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Check them out at mckaysdodge.com. And the Cathedral Crusaders have had some turnovers in the second half that have kind of helped Maple Lake get back in this one.
Yeah, they have, and I'm sure Meyer's telling them right now, hey guys, slow it down a little bit, control the rock, and I think you guys are going to be just fine. You guys have done a good job defensively tonight, shutting down Maple Lake, not only in the paint, but on the perimeter as well tonight. So you guys just slow down, control the ball a little bit more. I think we're in pretty good shape.
And when you've got a double-digit lead, the only way the team can really get back into it is if you make some unforced errors, and that's what they've done.
Right.
And Maple Lake has capitalized on the last few trips and got back into within 9 here. Just inside 12 and a half to play. And it will be Cathedral ball as we break the time from the timeout, rather. Prom will inbound. They'll have to go the length of the court. We'll see what philosophy Matt Meyer will go with here. I want to say thanks to Kelm and Reuter, attorneys who make a difference.
See what the Irish do defensively here. Maybe swipe the ball away, get a steal or two in the next couple possessions, see if they can cut into this lead a little bit more.
Meyer to set the offense out near half court. As they start the weave, he hands off to Weiser. And brings it around to Moneypenny. Now Sam Stolzenberg. They just try to look for a lane into the lane. Unable to find one as of yet. Weiser. He's had success getting to the basket tonight. He leads all players with 16 points. Another steal. And taking it to the other end. He left it short.
Wow.
What a heartbreaker for Brock Goals. And Coach Stalo just kind of drops his head. Like, oh man, we had another basket.
Those are the
and
easiest
another
2
turnover.
points he'll get, and he left it short.
And the Crusaders give it right back. And it should be a 7-point lead. That's a That's a tough one.
Given we're streaming this game, he might find himself on SportsCenter's Not Top Plays come Friday.
I think we'd have to go out of our way to submit it. I don't want to do that to the kid. Stay low, dribbling. Now he passes in the backcourt for Burscheid. Jab steps. Finally finds a lane, and it's clogged up by Moneypenny on the help defense. Nice job helping out on the defense in the lane. Put up just enough effort to make that shot go a little strong off the board. Weiser now on the wing. Dribble and handoff for Sam Stolzenberg. Stolzenberg in the backcourt for Jake Meyer to reset. He'll get a pick from Prom and dribble in the backcourt, right side. Now backs off, back through the circle.
Meyer backing it out here. Make sure Cathedral gets the look that they want, and that's a very smart move by their floor general.
You want the ball in Weiser's hands. He's been the one scoring for him tonight. Meyer rattles one in from deep. Meyer's got 6, and it's a 12-point lead once again, back to double digits as we tick inside 10.5 to play.
2 threes on the night for Meyer to total up for his 6 points. So he's been shooting it well from beyond the arc tonight.
We'll say thanks to C&D Granite, home of the unlimited lifetime guarantee. Stay low. He's trying to force his way into the lane, finally gets there and dribbles into traffic. And he gets a foul call, luckily for him, because I'm not sure what he was going to do. When he came to the end of his dribble there, he was running into 3 defensive players, one on Jake Meyer, his first, third of the half for Cathedral. Stolzenberg, Sam Stolzenberg, and Moneypenny sit down. Back in are Sam Zimney and Jacob Stolzenberg. Good to see him back in there after that injury. Clap, no good on the 3. Rebound fought for in the lane. We'll get a jump ball call. Stay low on the floor for Maple Lake, and for Cathedral, it was Jake Meyer. Possession arrow in favor of the Irish. I want to say thanks to McKay's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Check them out at mckaysdodge.com. Nice inbound pass. They found Brayton Bellinger, and a nice finish for Bellinger to cut it back to 10.
He's got 4. He had nothing in the first half, so he's starting to heat up a little bit.
Trying to claw their way back in it here. We're inside 10 to play. Jacob Stolzenberg. Let that stinger subside on the sideline. Meyer goes baseline, got it cut off by the defender Clapp there. Now he's double teamed, steps through it, throws it to nobody, stolen away by Stalo, and the Irish will have another undefended shot at the other end, and they'll cut it to 8. 5 points now for Stalo. He's had all 5 here in the second half. I want to say thanks to North Risk Partners. Face risk head on. They're here to help. Visit northriskpartners.com. Zimney felt the double team, dropped it off to the wide open Jonah Prom for the easy bucket. He's got 4, and it's back to a 10-point lead for the Cathedral Crusaders. 9 minutes to play. I want to say thanks to Andy's Towing. They'll get you going. Call Andy's Towing for all your towing needs. All the way through the lane, getting to the basket past Meyer is Jackson Burscheid. He leads the way for the Irish.
He's got 11 on the night, 4 in the second half.
Timeout on the floor by the Maple Lake Irish after the basket. We'll see that a lot of times by coaches when they're down in the second half.
Yep.
And they'll, after a bucket, they'll quick call a timeout and set up the full court press to try to come up with some more turnovers.
Yep.
And they've been getting turnovers in the half court offense in the second half.
Yep.
So you certainly see the strategy and why head coach Tim Stalo might think that would work.
Well, especially early in the second half, Barry, we've seen that where Maple Lake have put on some pretty significant presses that Cathedral has not been able to fight their way out of. And they've been able to fight their way, get a couple of turnovers, and get some relatively easy baskets. And unfortunately for goals, he had the steal and he had the wide open layup on the other end, and he brought it short. Otherwise, that's 2 points more that Maple Lake could have had for themselves. But other than that, they've looked very active on the defensive end so far here in the second half, about midway through the second half.
Timeouts, by the way, always brought to you by McKay's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Check them out at mckaysdodge.com. So 8:48 to go, 39-31 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. Out of the timeout, we're not going to see full court pressure. We'll see if they are going to go a half court trap type of thing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They want some turnovers unless he was just drawing up some offensive plays for when they have the ball. It looked like they changed much on the defensive end. They get it to Zimney, turnaround jumper, no good above the right block, but he'll get the hack call against Braden Bellinger. That'll be his second, the second of the half for the Maple Lake Irish. Didn't see anything jumping out at me on the defensive end there that Maple Lake did different, so I'm not sure what Coach Stalo was chatting about there, during the timeout.
Zimney looking for his first points of the night. He's got one.
And extends it back to a 9-point lead. Zimney, the 6'5" senior, and he's a brick wall in the lane.
Yeah. That's an understatement.
Hits them both, and it's back to a 10-point lead. 8.5 to play here in the second half inside Cathedral High School. Clapp in the backcourt. Holds now. Gives to Stalo. Stalo doesn't want the pick as he waves off Clapp, excuse me. Now down the right side, Stalo kicks it in the corner. Clapp's going to hoist and hit. Big bucket for the Irish. Cuts it to 7. 6 on the night now for Clapp. 41-34 as we come up on 8 minutes to play.
Clapp 2 of 2 from downtown tonight.
In the lane, Prom can't get it to fall. Rebound tapped by Hagen, and the rebound will go to Braden Bellinger.
He's got 4 of those on the night.
And now the Irish trying to cut into the 7-point lead. Getting into the lane, stay low. He got a cut off, though, and got himself into trouble. Nice defense by Plant, who got a forearm to the nose as well. Shake it off. Nice defense by Plant, and the ball tipped away and going to the floor and getting it to Zimney. Then he gives it right back. A little bit wild in the lane was Stalo. Can't get the shot off clean. And a loose ball grabbed by Plant. Weiser comes away with it now. Into the post for Zimney. Kicks it out in the corner. 3 for Stolzenberg. No good for Jacob. Rebounded by Stalo. He'll push it up left side to Clapp. Clapp in the lane. And tries to throw up a tough runner over Zimney. No good. Rebound tapped by Clapp. And then it comes, bringing it away is Prom.
Prom with 5 rebounds on the night tonight.
Plant shuffles it to Weiser. Weiser looked for a lane, now backs off wisely.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
And he'll reset the offense and run some clock here with a 7-point lead. Plant dribbled.
What a pass.
And dropped it off for Zimney, who can't finish. Gets his own rebound, and the stick back is good for Zimney. He's got 4 now, and it's a 9-point lead for Maple Lake Irish, for Cathedral. And the Maple Lake Irish have the ball trying to cut into that as we approach 6.5 to play.
4 points, 3 boards on the night so far for Zimney.
Hagen dribbling it off his foot. Weiser going to the floor and tipping it away. Jonah Prom will get credit for the steal. Weiser made it happen. And Weiser makes it happen on the offensive end as well as he takes it up with 2 defenders in the area and finishes. He has got 18 on the night, and it's back to an 11-point ball game. Coming up on 6 to play here.
Weiser up already to his season high. Or his average per game, I should say. Yep.
I want to say thanks to Clearwater Travel Plaza, thanks to Law Office of Bradshaw and Bryant, thanks to Shields. Stalo 3, no good. Clapp with the offensive board. Stalo through the lane now, and he'll be hacked as he took it in among several defenders. That's going to be another one on Zimney, I believe, and that'll be his 4th.
Wow.
So he'll have to be careful in the last just under 6 minutes here. Looks like Sam Stolzenberg up off the bench to take the place of Zimney once again.
I was going to say that's probably pretty risky business, leaving Zimney in the game with 4
They are
fouls.
going to leave him in. He is coming out.
Yeah.
No, we're saying he is going to stay in there. He thought he was coming out like we did, but Prom and Plant sit down, and back in Sam Stolzenberg and Jake Meyer.
Stalo missing the first free throw. See if he knocks the second one down. And he does.
Kind of a flat-looking shot, but he's pretty accurate with it. He's got 6 on the night, and he cuts it to 10. I want to say thanks to M&H Appliance, thanks to All-Star Trophy and Awards, thanks to Kelm and Reuter. Meyer in the backcourt. Pass tipped and stolen away. Hey, nice heads-up play.
What a play by Bellinger.
Bellinger tipped it away, saved it in off of Zimney's thigh. Stolzenberg's thigh, and out of bounds. Back over to Maple Lake, a big turnover.
Give him credit for a steal on that one. He's got 3 so far then on the night tonight. Does Bellinger.
To C&D Granite, thanks to McKay's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram, Fiat, thanks to Minnesota Truck Headquarters. Hagen on the right wing.
I would expect here Cathedral to play primarily zone defense on the perimeter, as you maybe could expect Maple Lake to start hoisting up some deep shots potentially.
Taking it hard to the hole.
And I think that's going to be Zimney again.
Jackson Burscheid. We're going to give it on Jacob Stolzenberg as second. 5th foul of the half for Cathedral. 1 more to give before they're in the bonus. Stalo gets it into Bellinger on the baseline, trying to dribble in against Zimney. Gets it in the corner for Hagen. Out on the wing now for Burscheid as they work the perimeter. Man-to-man right now by the Cathedral Crusaders. Clapp goes baseline, takes it up, gets it blocked
Zimney
by a
with the
flat-footed Zimney, and Meyer comes away with a loose ball. Now he goes up ahead, dangerous pass to nobody, and letting it go out of bounds is Jackson Burscheid. It'll go back over to Maple Lake as the Cathedral Crusaders continue with ball security issues here in the second half.
Brock Goltz and Brandon Schmitz checking into the game for Maple Lake.
So thanks to Schultz Soft Water, thanks to Murphy's Granite Carving, thanks to Premier Real Estate Services. So we're trying to cut into a 10-point lead here as we come up on 4.5 to play. Maple Lake trails by 10. They've got the ball. Stalo on the baseline. Ball fake. And Meyer didn't fall for it. Nice defense by Jake Meyer.
Yep.
Creates the tie-up situation. They go to the arrow. It's in favor of Cathedral. Over Maple Lake, who is in desperate need of a basket there.
I mean, and Barry, you and I called the game earlier at Sartell with Cathedral, and they were, at that point in the season, they were on their 10th different starting lineup because they've had so many injuries, and they looked not that good defensively in that game, and I got to tell you, this might be Cathedral's best defensive game of the year.
Zimney loses the ball in the post on a team. Coming away with the steal is Brock Goals. And now Stalo will set the offense up. Schmitz, 3. Big basket for the Irish.
He's got 6.
Brandon Schmitz cuts it to a 7-point game as we're inside 4 to go. They needed that one bad.
Yep.
Head coach Matt Meyer calls a timeout from the bench. And it will be Cathedral Crusaders ball after that timeout. We've got 3:55 to play. 45-38 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. It's been a good one most of the night here inside Cathedral High School. Want to remind you, timeouts always brought to you by McKay's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Check them out at mckaysdodge.com. Now the Crusaders have stretched the lead out to double digits a couple of times, but the Maple Lake Irish have clawed their way back into within 7 here.
They've slowed themselves down, and they've done a good job of giving themselves good looks that they've got a good feeling that are going to go in. And especially on that last 3 ball by Schmitz, a shot, Barry, you had alluded to that they desperately needed. They're going to probably have to knock down a couple more of those coming down the stretch here, and I would expect Cathedral, and they've been, for the most part, they've been stellar on defense in any way that you want to put it, at any area of the floor, and maybe expect a little zone defense out on the perimeter, expecting Maple Lake maybe to hoist up some long ones.
Are you surprised that Maple Lake on defense hasn't really put on any full court pressure yet?
Yeah, actually I am quite a bit. You'd think at this point in the game that you would, maybe about the halfway point of this half, you know, maybe just to see what they get a feel for putting those pressures on, and they haven't done that, and they're not going to do it here on this possession. So I'm not sure what Tim Stalo is thinking on the defensive side for Maple Lake.
Well, he knows his personnel. Maybe he's just not comfortable doing it, but I'm not sure why either. They've got a dead ball. Meyer had a little trouble in the backcourt. Zimney now has it. He'll take it all the way to the basket. Won't finish, but he'll be fouled and head to the line for a couple. Nice aggressive move by the 6'5" Zimney.
Brandon Schmitz picking up the personal there, and Zimney stepping back to the line. And Zimney in his last trip was 2 of 2 at the line, pardon me.
And this is his first one here. First foul for Schmitz on the night. Want to say thanks to North Risk Partners. Thanks to Andy's Towing.
If that's one thing Maple Lake has kept themselves in the game for, they have not given up a lot of fouls tonight, so they have done a great job in that respect.
Back to an 8-point game as Zimney hits the second one. I want to say thanks to Bitstream Productions as well. Check them out at bitstreamproductions.com. They bring you the live stream of our games here, which you can watch at knsiradio.com.
We're going to have a host of those coming down as well.
Brian and the crew, they always do a great job. And almost coming away with a steal is Meyer there. Burscheid controls it. And now taking it in the lane and losing it, but somehow coming up with a loose ball was Bellinger. His shot is blocked, and Zimney's got another block. He's got a loose ball recovery as well, and now Weiser will bring it across half court. Start this offensive possession. Weiser in the lane, another Euro step and another finish. He's had many of those tonight. He's got 20 on the night, and it's back to a 10-point game. He's been a big reason why the Cathedral Crusaders have kept the lead at double digits most of the second half.
A little bit surprised he didn't get, there wasn't a whistle there on that last possession. It looked like he drew some contact, but
Burscheid no good on the scoop shot, and Zimney came away with the board.
He's got 5 of those tonight.
Cathedral has it back. Has to run some clock here and try to close out a win at home. We'll get a bump in the backcourt, and it's going to go on Braden Bellinger, his third. The 4th of the half for Maple Lake, so they've got a few to give here before they're in the bonus. A couple to give, rather. So 2:24 to go. Cathedral looking to close out a big win. This would be a big win for them, and hopefully for them get their momentum swung rather in the right direction.
And we're still not seeing half-court pressures, Barry, coming from Maple Lake. So this is pretty surprising.
This would be a good jump start for Cathedral as they head down the stretch. And taking it into the lane this time is Meyer, patient. Kind of a hesitation out on the wing there. Found himself in the lane and got fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot a couple.
Big Bellinger, that's his 4th.
Cathedral have lost 8 of their last 11, so this would be a big win for them against a good Maple Lake team. And again, hopefully jumpstart them as they head down the stretch of the regular season and look to the postseason.
Meyer at the line, goes 1 of 2.
He's got 7 on the night, and it's back to an 11-point ball game. Quick 3 for Hagen. Left it short and saved in by Clapp, but there to collect it is Prom. And now Weiser will bring it across the timeline all the way into the lane. He kicks it in the corner. Stoltenberg with the possible nail, no good. Weak side board by Clapp. Would have probably been the final nail. On the other end, a 3 is up and no good for Burscheid. Rebounded by Prom again. He'll be fouled, and we'll head down to the other. Well, it's just the 6th, excuse me. So
almost 7 rebounds on the night tonight, so seen a good showing from him.
Brandon Schmitz picks up his 2nd. Now we'll see some full court pressure by Maple Lake. They just don't have any choice.
Too little, too late, don't you think?
Into Weiser, he's double teamed. He dribbles around it, passes to Meyer. Bring it up and gets it to Prom, who takes it baseline. He'll be fouled as he takes it to the basket. Ben Clapp on the foul. His first. Is it going to be on the shot or 1-and-1? Looks like it's going to be 2.
Yep. I was going to say that should have been on the shot.
So the 2 coming up for Jonah Prom.
Jonah Prom so far 4 points on the night, a steal and 7 rebounds to his credit so far tonight.
Productive hustle night for him.
Yes. Knocks down the first.
That first one he cuts it, or rather extends it to a 12-point lead. We've got 1:30 to go here in this ball game.
Tell you what, Barry, that's big credit to Cathedral tonight for the way that they've played defense, huh?
They were dialed in on the defensive end for sure. Coach Meyer's got to feel really good about that. Something to hang your hat on here.
No kidding.
Down the stretch. Second free throw, no good for Prom. Left corner 3 for Hagen. Airmails it. And we'll get a whistle on the rebound as it looked like Stalo stepped on the end line again. He didn't realize he did it. But it'll go back over to Cathedral.
Stalo, that's his 6th rebound of the night tonight.
Prom sits down. Sam Stolzenberg checks in for ball handling duties on the full court pressure from Maple Lake. They get it into Meyer. And he'll be guarded by Clapp, and he'll be fouled deep in the backcourt. Hard foul. Nothing malicious, though. He didn't mean to trip him.
Clapp, his 2nd foul.
In the bonus, it's the 8th one of the second half, so 1-and-1 coming up here for Jake Meyer. Meyer's got 7 points so far on the night. A chance to extend this lead late in the ball game for Cathedral. And he misses the front end, and the rebound is going to bounce out. They're going to say last off Zimney. It looked like it to me. It went off Burscheid.
That was
Zimney thought so too.
That was pretty close, I thought. Of course, I have the rail in my way, so I maybe didn't necessarily get that great of a view at it.
We're in the back row here inside Cathedral High School, but no, it's an inconsequential call. Schmidt's a little strong with the shot on the drive. And Jonah Prom another rebound.
8 for him on the night.
And he'll head down to the other end to shoot the front end of the 1-and-1, as that was the last single bonus foul. They'll be in the double bonus after this for the rest of the night. Minute 8 to play.
Jonah Prom, 6'1", not too surprised that he's grabbing 8 boards tonight.
Now he's the kind of the unsung guy. He'll do the dirty work.
Yep.
6'1" junior, so they'll have him back next year. They're happy about that. And North Carolina rebound there as Zimney tipped it out into the backcourt. That's head coach Dean Smith. Been teaching that in North Carolina since the 60s.
Barry Hine, of course, from South Dakota, so he has the right to root really wherever he wants to.
Yeah, I've been a Carolina fan forever. It's not been a pretty year this year.
No.
But most years, they'll make you pretty happy. Free throw is good for Meyer. He's got 8 on the night. And it's 51-38 on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard.
61 seconds remain in this contest tonight. And Cathedral going to walk away winners tonight.
We'll have a Bradshaw and Bryant Law Office postgame show for you from Cathedral High School right here on the KNSI Sports Network. That shot's going to count.
Yep.
As a Euro step in the lane for Stalo. And it's going to go on Meyer. That's his second. 6th foul of the half for the Crusaders. That cuts it to 12. You don't want to foul at all this time of the game. You don't want to give them a chance to have any points with the clock stopped. I mean, you're sitting pretty nice here with a dozen-point lead, but coaches just drives coaches crazy. And the free throw is good.
Boy, Stalock has one of the most unique-looking free throw shots that I think I've seen. Looks like a Joakim Noah type.
He kind of forces it with the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward, weird follow through.
I haven't seen him shoot the ball like that tonight. Have you?
Yeah, he shot a 3 a little bit ago, and that kind of looked the same. He doesn't get too far off the floor, but he has that same push with the arm. Not a ton of arch on the shot, just kind of a flat shot. But he's got 9 on the night. He can score, and he cuts it to 11 there. Timeout on the floor. Timeouts are always brought to you by McKay's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram, Fiat. Check them out at mckaysdodge.com. The Cathedral Crusaders just trying to run out the clock here with an 11-point lead. And although their overall record not good on the year, they're 8-13. They're trying to improve to 9-13. Their conference record is 7-4, so they're pretty strong in conference.
Yep. Well, I would say 9-13 is a pretty safe bet at this point, Barry.
I think so. You could probably lock it in. I don't want to say that, but you probably can. Weiser, he'll be fouled. And Maple Lake thought they got a clean swipe of the ball.
That's going to be Stalo, I believe, picking that one up. Oh, they're going to give it to Clapp instead. That'll be his 3rd.
I don't think he was close enough to the ball to get that. I thought it should have either been on Stalo or Burscheid.
Right.
It's going to be the 4th on Clapp. He didn't seem to react, so either he doesn't care at this point or he actually did foul somebody. First free throw is good for Weiser. Prom back in as they'll want to have him on the defensive end for rebounding purposes.
Yep.
Weiser now with 21 on the night. He leads all players in the game, and now he's got 22. He's had a heck of a night. Stalo trying to go all the way to the basket. Gets by Meyer, throws up a tough shot. And Clapp with the rebound again. Zimney will foul. This time that's going to be his 5th. He'll have to sit down. Zimney's going to foul out with 5 points. Sam Stolzenberg quickly up off the bench. He'll sit down. Zimney will get an ovation from this home crowd to show their appreciation. This has been a good basketball game on both ends of the floor for the Crusaders.
And with that, Zimney, his stat line tonight, 5 points, 1 steal, couple of blocks, 5 rebounds. So he has
nice night.
Filled up the stat sheet for himself.
Clapp hits both free throws. Cuts it back to 11. 45.9 on the clock. Stolzenberg gets it into Meyer. Dribble, they're still going to foul. There's enough time on the clock, they think, to keep fouling. That's going to be on Burscheid,
his 1st. Oh, his 2nd. I apologize.
I think that is his 1st. I don't know why they said that was his 2nd.
I was going to say, I didn't think I missed one.
No, that's his 1st. Free throw is good for Meyer. He's padding his stats here down the stretch. He's got 10 now. He's in double digits, matching his jersey number.
see if we can go over that.
He wants to.
Does.
Not cool enough to score the number on your jersey to miss a free throw. Turn a spinner, runner in the lane, no good for Burscheid, and rebound is going to end up out of bounds in the far corner, or the near corner rather, for us. And it'll be Maple Lake ball with 34.1 to go, trailing by 13 points. Again, we'll have our Bradshaw and Bryant Law Office postgame show here from Cathedral High School. We'll pick an All-Star trophy and award player of the game before closing up shop as well. We've got some wholesale subs here for both teams as we'll finish off this last 34.1 seconds. Inbounding for Maple Lake is Noah Bethel.
They're going to count that?
They're going to count it as number 23, Caleb Lentz, hits it. And by the way, inbounding the ball was Jordan Schumann for Cathedral. Free throw was no good. Rebound, pinball's out of bounds. Goes back to Maple Lake with 27.4 to go. Joe Feinbow gets it in to Zane Jude. Back to Feinbow to Jude. We're inside 20 to go. He passes it above the block. It's been moved. Turnaround no good for Ernesto Brown. And on the rebound, stepping on the end line is Noah Bethel. Excuse me, I did it again. Jordan Schumann. I keep calling him the wrong name. But one of the Maple Lake players was the last to touch it before it went out of bounds. So they get it in to Jordan Schumann, who will walk it across and let the time expire. And 58-43 is going to be the final on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. So the Cathedral Crusaders, a big win at home. They improved to 9-13 overall on the season. They stay 7-4 in the conference, as this was not a Granite Ridge Conference game. So 7-4 in the conference, now 9-13 on the season. With the loss, Maple Lake falls below 500 on the year. They're 11-12 on the season. They remain 5-6 in the Central Minnesota Conference. So big win for the Cathedral Crusaders on their home floor, 58-43 the final on the Nelson Brothers scoreboard. We will take a quick break as Cameron Schneider gathers up the unofficial stats. We'll have those for you next as we start the Bradshaw and Bryant Law Office postgame show here. This is the KNSI Sports Network. KNSI Sports Network along with Cameron Schneider. I'm Barry Hine. Again, want to say thanks to Bitstream Productions for carrying the game, and you can find it at knsiradio.com, all of our live stream games of the season. This was a very big win for the Cathedral Crusaders. They've now got 3 games left in the season. This will give them a little shot of confidence down the stretch. And one of those games, by the way, is at Albany. We'll carry that for you here on the KNSI Sports Network as well. And really looking forward to that one. 2 teams that don't have a lot of love lost for each other.
Right.
And that should be a fun one down in Albany. We start the Bradshaw and Bryant Lavas postgame show with Cameron Schneider and some unofficial postgame stats. Go ahead, Cam.
Yeah, taking a look here. Riley Hagen tonight, 5 points and 1 rebound to his credit. Stay low, officially 9 points, 2 steals, and 6 rebounds. So a good night overall tonight for him. Beershy at 11 points. Brandon Bellinger, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals. So a very productive night for him. Ben Clapp, 8 points, 3 boards. And moving over to the bench, Brock Goltz, 0 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Brandon Schmitz, 6 points on the night. Moving over to the victors, they're Crusaders tonight. Andrew Weiser, 22 points, 1 steal, 1 rebound. Over to Jake Meyer, 11 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals. So a very effective night for Jake Meyer tonight. Jonah Prom, 5 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 steal. Jacob Stolzenberg, 8 points, 3 rebounds. Sam Zimney fouled out of the game tonight, but had a very productive stat line, 5 points, 1 steal, 2 blocks, and 5 rebounds. Moving over to the bench, and Zach Plant with 3 points tonight. So that'll pretty much wrap it up there for the stats tonight, and a very good effort from the Cathedral Crusaders tonight.
Thank you very much, Cameron. 58-43 was the final score. With the win, the Cathedral Crusaders now 9-13 on the year. They stay 7-4 in the conference. This was not a Granite Ridge game, as the Maple Lake team, Maple Lake Irish, is in the Central Minnesota Conference. But with the loss, Maple Lake falls to 11-12 on the year, and they stay 5-6 in the conference. So they're a game below 500 in both overall record and in the conference record as well. So the Crusaders look down the stretch here. They've got 3 games left on the season, and they are against Little Falls. That's going to be a home game at Albany next Monday night, and then the following Friday will be at home against Mora. So set up to get some momentum heading into the postseason are the Cathedral Crusaders. Again, I want to say thanks to Bitstream Productions, bitstreamproductions.com. Brian and the crew always doing an amazing job, and that's going to do it for our Bradshaw and Bryant Lavas postgame show. I guess not quite. We've got to pick an All-Star Trophy and Award player of the game. Cameron, I'll leave the honors to you.
Yeah, I think tonight, let's see, who do we got? I think you have to go Andrew Weiser tonight. 22 points, 1 steal, and a rebound to his credit tonight. Although Jake Meyer put up a pretty good effort tonight as well to be able to get those honors. 11 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds,
a few
and a couple
players
of steals
we could have
tonight.
chosen from tonight on Cathedral. They had a good night. Defensive end, they shut down the lane.
Yeah.
They only gave up 43 points on the night, so it was a fantastic effort on both ends for Cathedral. So we went with Andrew Weiser, right?
Yep, I would go Weiser, yep.
All right, our All-Star Trophy and Award player of the game. That's going to do it for us here inside Cathedral High School for the Bradshaw and Bryant Lavas post-game show. For Cameron Schneider, I'm Barry Hine. Thanks to the Bitstream Productions crew for doing a great job as always. 58-43, the final. Cathedral wins at home against Maple Lake. You've been watching high school basketball on the KNSI Sports Network.